Welcome backstage again to our Whataburger Studios at the House of Blues for 10 Man Jam 2017. My name is Nick Russo, and it's my pleasure to welcome to Houston an artist that always seems to have something up his sleeve. He recorded his entire recent album, Slow Heart, on a $200 microphone. Kip Moore, how are you doing, brother man?
Hey, that is somehow that story has seemed to have a lot of legs to it. That was just kind of said that in passing a long time ago, but
Well, you know who did it? It was Rolling Stones.
yeah, I just kind of said it in passing about just talking about the different ways that we did this record. So yeah, I did.
It was true though. I mean, that takes a lot of courage, if you will. I mean, because in this
Yeah.
day and age when you have so much technology at your fingertips and you want a vintage sort of route.
Yeah, well, I mean, the vintage route is, singing through an old '67, which is a $15,000 mic. They're amazing mics, and I sang, my second record on one of those, but it's that's kind of the go-to mic. But I mean, the reason I went with the SM7 is it's just it's a very bare bones. You sing like acoustic work tapes with the SM7 or that kind of thing. It's a very bare bones, unforgiving mic. It shows every quality and texture of your voice, and I wanted this whole record to be that way.
Well, you definitely have that rasp, that deep voice. I can only pull that off when I first wake up in the
Yeah.
morning after a long night. But that have you always been that guy with the deep voice like
I,
that?
I don't know, to be honest. It's just the way I talk. So I'm not sure if I've always talked like this, but I guess I have. I don't know. It's just yeah. I mean, I've always been a big fan of those kinds of singers with a lot of textures and grain to their voice. That's always been more believable to me. I've never been like a fan of the really pretty, perfect, technically sound voices. I always wanted to believe what I was hearing, so I like the flawed aspect.
Well, there's the more I research about you, the more I was looking forward to this interview. The more I realized that you don't do music, and you don't make music for fame and fortune. You do it because you truly love the art of music, and you like to be able to express yourself musically.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, when I got into it, I mean, that was the only reason I got into it. And I feel like that's still who I am today. I get, yeah, I honestly, I kind of get really turned off by the whole glamorous side of it. You're never going to see me. Um, I don't care about the superficial things. I care about making the music, and I love playing shows, and I love the interaction with that whole thing. That feeds my soul. Yeah, I mean,
Is that kind of the reason why you stay away from social media?
that's one of them. I do a little bit of Instagram. My team does a little bit, but I don't do the Snapchats and the things like that. I just think it's gotten out of hand, and I never want people to, when I think about the whole fame aspect, I never want people to feel like what they're doing is unworthy. You're never going to see me posing beside a flashy car or by a jet, things like that. We take jets to shows, but I don't let anybody take pictures. It's just something that I don't want people to strive for those things, because I think it's all that part of it's all just a bunch of horse shit, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of the facade, and
It
and you
is.
kind of I feel like a lot of people on social media do a lot of things that they think other people want to see them doing that.
Yeah.
So they're not doing it necessarily for themselves. They're doing it for
exactly. You're doing it for the likes and the follows and the wow factor and the oh man, So it's just, for me, it's I try to keep myself away from that stuff at all times, and mainly because I never want to be somebody that's encouraging people to desire those things, because none of those things matter.
Another interview I watched with you, you were talking about how you're starting to get to this place in your life where you're not ready to settle down. You're not ready for all that, but you actually kind of thought about, like, man, maybe I'm getting close.
Well, I just think that, that's how I'll always write records. I'm never going to be that person that's writing a record to hold on to. We're pushed a lot as recording artists to appeal to a young demographic, because they're the ones that buy the record still. But I'm gonna always allow the music to grow as I grow. So I wanted the maturity of where I'm at. That's why each record's been so different from one to the next. I'm never gonna be that guy writing the same record twice. And the concepts and the thought process is gonna change. And for me, it was just a recognition of, seeing things, watching life, watching guys with their kids and teaching them how to surf when I go surfing, and thinking, that doesn't, that looks pretty cool. And that's why I wrote More Girls Like You, was after witnessing a guy teach his daughter how to surf, and he wasn't showing her the right things. So I took her aside and showed her how to stand up and taught her all the correct stuff. And it was just kind of like going back and thinking about that, and it was like, that was a blast.
Totally, man, and I can relate to that because I think you've kind of been chasing your own sort of dream, so to speak, your
Yeah.
artistic dream, and it's not wrong to be selfish about your own personal successes. Like if you're looking for something and you know where you're focusing your energy on, you want to focus on your music, you'll focus on family life when that time comes.
Yeah, I think 100%. I think that's the thing is just it's been a recognition for me is that my head been buried in the sand with going after this for so long. I mean, like long before I got signed, I was going after this. So it's a matter of my window is more open to balance now than it used to be.
So you're working hard all the way up until Christmas and even after Christmas. I saw tour dates and stuff. You're traveling everywhere. You got any plans for Christmas? What's the Christmas time like for you?
I'll go home to South Georgia. I got a sister that just had a baby day before Thanksgiving. I'll go down there.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. I'll go down there and hang out with sisters and brothers and my mom and then I actually take off to go surfing on the 27th. So I'll go down to South America and go surfing a little bit and yeah, I'll check out.
Do you remember the old Kelly Slater Xbox game when they came out with the surfing game?
I never played it.
Man,
Yeah.
I could never surf my entire life, right? My friends
Yeah.
were all surfers. I grew up down in Corpus Christi, so right
Okay.
there on the beach.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you could surf in Corpus, you could surf anywhere. The
Yes.
waves never get above 3 feet or so. But we used to play this Kelly Slater game, and it was down in South America off the coast. I don't know if it was the west or east coast, but that was like the best waves on the
yeah.
whole game. You had to go west.
Yeah, like a Panama, like
Or-
around there.
And then
yeah.
Tia Popo or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. Tepu,
Tepu, there you go. Yeah.
Tahiti.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So where's the best place you ever surfed?
Man, it's hard to say that. I love Costa Rica. I love Maui. I love the Big Island of Maui. I love I love the Big Island and I love Maui. So yeah, it's tough to say, man. It's hard to say what's the best place.
You know, you're not the only surfer in country music. You know who another big one is? Billy Currington.
Yeah, Billy's become a good buddy of mine, and I'll actually see him soon over in the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. He lives such a
Yeah,
chill
yeah,
life.
he's
It's so great.
He's a chill cat.
Now, how excited are you about playing 10-Man Jam tonight?
I'm pumped, man. I actually read Lone Survivor years ago,
Great
so
book.
I'm excited to meet Marcus, and yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. The station's been good to me, so I'm excited to be here.
Well, we can't wait to see you on stage, man. I know the fans are waiting, and this is such a special treat. It's like our Christmas present to our listeners. And,
Yeah,
we couldn't be happier to have you here.
Pretty incredible lineup, man. I'm excited to watch it.
Can't wait to see you, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
That's Kip Moore, Backstage, Whataburger Studios with 100.3 The Bull.